Welcome to my class. Today we are going to talk about germination of plants and paths of plants. As this whole week we were talking about plants and different seeds and paths, so today we will be talking about germination and paths of the plant. I wonder, how do we grow? As we see in the picture, we are born as a small baby and we grow up as an adult. So, from a small baby, we grow up to an adult. But how do we grow? Do we just grow like that without eating anything? Or do we need something to grow? Can anyone tell me what do we need to grow? Excellent. We need food to grow. We need water to grow. And yes, exactly. We also need to exercise to stay healthy and fit. But I wonder what will happen to these seeds. So, if I put the seeds in the soil, can it just grow automatically? Can I one fine day, I find some seeds and I'm going to put it in the soil and just going to go away. And then after some days, I'm going to come back to check on my plant. Is it going to be grown? What do y'all think? It doesn't need anything? Let's find out. So, seed grows through a germination process. What is germination? Germination, it's a process by which seed begins to grow into plants. Now I have a small video for you. Let's watch that.
We just had the most amazing family vacation. Let's go!
What is germination? When a seed is sown into moist soil, it begins to grow. This process is called germination. It occurs in the following steps. The seed coat splits. A tiny root grows downward and a shoot grows upward. This produces a seedling of a plant, which ultimately grows into a new plant. After some time, the plant bears flowers. The flowers produce fruits, and the fruits have seeds in them. All seeds can germinate when sown in moist soil under suitable conditions to produce new plants. By natural or man-made processes, these seeds are sown into the soil again, and that is how new plants are born.
So as we all saw, that seeds grow from a tiny the plant grows from a tiny seed. And what things do you think the plants need? What did we see in the video? What things the plant needs to grow? They need four things to survive. They need air, nutrients, water, and light. So they need air. Can you all repeat with me? Air, nutrients, water, and light. Very good. Now, plants go through a process called as photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? It's a process in which plants use energy from sunlight to make food. So plants also, like as we need food, plants also need food, right? So who makes the food for the plant? Do you all know who makes the food for the plant? Leaves make the food for the plant. So photosynthesis takes place in a plant's leaves. When the plants receive sunlight, the light is trapped by chlorophyll. It's the material that makes a leaf green. The energy from the light starts from a food making process. When there is no light, plants could not make the food they need to live and grow. Carbon dioxide and water are the two other main materials that the plant uses to make food. And the food the plant makes is sugar. Now we talked about germination. So germination process starts with a seed. Now let's talk a little bit more about parts of a plant. So as you all see in the picture, there are different parts of the plants. First important part is the roots. Then we have stem, leaf, flowers, and fruit. So today we're going to talk about roots, stem, leaf, and flower. Roots, it's a plant structure that grows underground and it holds the plant in place. It obtains food and water from the soil. It's the base of the plant. It keeps the plant straight and strong. Stem, it's a plant structure that connects the leaves with the roots and help the plant upright. It is usually green and cylinder shaped like a straw. It carries water and nutrients up and down and to other parts of the plant. Leaf, as you all know, leaf is called as the kitchen of the plant. It makes food for the plant. It makes energy, that's the food for the plant, and it also helps to carry food and water to and from the stem. It uses sunlight, water, and air to create energy for the plant. Flower, the flower of a plant makes the seeds. So inside the flower there are seeds. The flower is colorful and smells good to attract insects. It also creates nectar to attract insects. Now we all know the germination process starts with a seed, right? The flower of a plant, and who makes that seeds? The flower of a plant makes the seeds, and the seeds begin the cycle of that same plant all over again. And the seeds can travel by wind, animals, and water. As you all saw in the video, as the wind was blowing, one of the seed came out and it dropped down, and then from there the new plant started. So the seed starts the process all over again. The fruits which we eat, like you see in the picture, a cantaloupe, the fruits that we eat also has seeds. Now pollen. Now what is pollen? As we have all heard about, like you have allergies, pollen allergies. During spring, summer, and fall season, we have pollen allergy. So it's a fine powder produced by some plants, and it is released into the air and it's picked up by the wind. It's like a yellow dust. When you rub your finger, you can see it on your fingertips. It's floating through the air in spring. If you touch a flower in spring, you may get that yellow dust on your fingertips. Now today, as we talked about germination process and parts of the plant, we have an activity to do. As you all can see on your desk, I have a Ziploc bag, and I have cut the strips of paper of these papers and folded into a Ziploc bag. I want you to slowly remove it, open the paper, and you have to sequence those strips of papers into a germination process. So what happens in the first, what happens next, what happens after that, and what happens later. So I'm going to come around and check how are y'all doing your germination, sequencing the germination process. Once we are done with that, our closure activity is going to be, we are going to make our own plan. We will need a small plastic zipper storage bag, dried uncooked beans. So today Miss Gulnaz has bought some beans, and you all see I have Ziploc bags on my desk. I have some paper towels, and we need water. What are we going to do? Let me explain you the activity first. What are we going to do? We're going to cut the paper towel in half. And as you can see in the first picture, we're going to cut the paper towel in half, fold it a few times so it can fit into the zipper storage bag. Then we're going to soak that paper towel into the water. Remember what a seed needs. It needs water. So we're going to soak it into the water and make it smooth so it's relatively flat, and it's going to go into the Ziploc bag. Now we're going to take the beans and we're going to put the beans inside our bag. Now make sure we're not going to put the seeds all the way till the end. We should have some paper towel in the bottom so that the seeds aren't just sitting in water. Then we're going to seal the Ziploc bag, leaving a little opening on the top. Why do we keep that opening on the top? What does the plant need? Water, air. Exactly. So we're going to keep the little bit on the opening on the top for the plant to get some air. And then we're going to tape it on the window facing indoors, so the beans facing indoors, so we can watch them as we grow. So now when we do this activity, we're going to watch them it grow, and then we're going to jot it down in our science journal every day. We're going to observe it every day, and we're going to write down what do we see in our science journal. So next class, we're going to talk about the parts of the plant that we eat. All right, let's begin your sequencing activity, and then we're going to do our germination. We're going to make our own plant. Thank you everyone for listening.